probably, that can easily feed 600 people with the number of trays in that hot box. So at this point, there's, I think, more than enough room in the space to bring in the boxes if they want to put them inside. Sometimes they put them outside. Kind of depends on what the space allows. But here, ready access, through circulation, prep table, organization table. This would be fixed casework and cabinetry. So sinks, dishwasher, microwave, range, and oven. We talked a little bit about what that might look like. Not necessarily a residential grade appliance, something a little bit more industrial because we're in an institution and people are going to be using it and abusing it and have to stand up to it. Stand-up refrigerators and freezers, there's an idea of what they kind of look like. Again, it needs to be a little bit more durable than a residential type. An ice machine for the caterer or for just special events. We talked about a pass-through window, so I didn't do anything other than to say this could be the place where a pass-through window could be, that if you wanted, if this is an idea that goes forward, we set up coffee, tea, or whatever on the inside counter, the window goes up and guests don't have to come into the kitchen to get coffee or tea or what have you, and that would be there, it can be serviced from the backside. And a hand washing sink, which is necessary as servers go in and out of the space. Tables are like, I mean, not like these, but tables can be set up when needed for groups to come in and prepare foods, prep table, otherwise it's they're put away and it's open floor space. So this basically would be the core of use for kitchen functions when in daily habits of coming and going and coffee and serving people, and then that's how the catering piece would fit into it. There was a bit of a conversation last time about teaching, and we didn't really get into it. And it was really started to be about the site and how teaching, what are the other places that teaching can occur, native teaching especially can occur, knowing how important food is. And I don't want to program the building with functions that aren't appropriate. So it's more of a question to y'all. But if there were to be native foods, cooking and teaching and demonstrations, how might that be accommodated? Well, that would occur when the hot boxes weren't there. And I think I proved to myself that there's enough room, depending on how you wanted to do it, that you could easily fit 20 people at tables or tables and chairs, around the table here, where someone is preparing traditional foods and demonstrating cooking. And if they needed, we'd have to talk about if this is something that should be considered more deeply as we move forward. What are those types of cooking that can happen in this type of arrangement? Because the range is going to be here. It needs to be here against the wall, and probably not out here. But certainly hot plates and different types of appliances that are portable can be brought out onto tables for demonstration purposes if there's going to be teaching. So this was an exercise for myself, just to be able to say, if someone wanted to do that here, could you accommodate that? And I think the answer is yes, you can accommodate that. You can accommodate this. We have the basic appliances necessary to keep the building running every day. And so for myself, it started to feel really good that, okay, I think at the pre-design level, I now have enough information that I think I can tell y'all how it will work, and I can go to the estimator and start to crunch the numbers and make sure that it's also in budget. But this is an opportunity for y'all to ask questions. This is a hot box. This is what caterers bring in, an example of it, with all the shelves of trays of various types of food. This is not an exact example, but a stainless steel utility sink, the one that might be hiding in this corner of the building behind some doors.
Kind of like a garden sink.
Yeah, right, utility sink. Right, for fish cleaning or just food prep outside or whatever. And this is an idea that came out of the conversation last time, which was we want to be able to cook outside in every way possible, meaning that sometimes there's production cooking going on, and we're cooking for hundreds of people, and it's not necessarily a traditional approach to cooking salmon outside. This is a collapsible stainless steel caterer's grill that I throw out to you as one way to approach production cooking outside is to say that, well, we have one of these, you can see what it does. It's not in use, and I can see tons of site that's going to possibly be vandalized or used. So if,
Or used when you, sorry Bruce, or used when you don't want it used, like on game day.
Yeah, that'd be a nice feature to have.
Right.
Nice
and it's,
piece
you know,
of
relatively
equipment.
speaking, it's, you know, a piece of equipment, $600 to $1,000 versus many thousands of dollars to build a masonry permanent barbecue outside.
Would that be attached to the house, or is that?
This,
a standalone collection?
this, it's portable,
It's
so it's
just
on
one
wheels,
corner.
and
Big world catering.
one person there sets it up. And you could have, they come in different lengths, and they accommodate the standard, you know, commercial grill. So you could have, if you have 4 of them, you need one that's either 4 units long, or you get 2 of these. So
And we could store them with the same thing.
you could store it, yeah, in the building, you can put it out of use. If, you know, I throw that out there as an idea, knowing that we're gonna have some budget constraints, and there's also, like, if you build a barbecue, it's great for you, but everyone else is gonna want to use it.
Yeah.
What kind of material does it use?
You can use charcoal, you can use wood. They make them in gas too, see, but, so it's really a conversation of what you would want to be cooking with. But you can, there's a big stainless steel tray underneath here, and this grill level raises and lowers. So if it's something really hot, you raise it up. If it's something that's not, doesn't cook as hot, you can lower it down. They're used by caterers.
Yeah. I didn't know the caterers brought their own boxes. I always thought those were in the kitchen.
Sometimes they bring the grill and everything, so,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah.
Would you discuss this with like Bay Laurel, or is that, you know, the UW's catering company is called Bay Laurel, and they're actually just like right near this in Haggett Hall, down the bottom there.
It's something as we move forward with the design, we need to fine tune, because there'll be questions about the kitchen, what's in there, what drives what's called a 3-part sink, you know, those type of things. There's other pieces, there's other pieces and details that will get squared away as we move forward. But I think what Bruce and Tina were trying to find out is, does the concept make sense that, you know, last time when you weren't here, David, it was really what's gonna happen, and we all felt that it's more of a warming kitchen operation besides the teaching things. And so this is a way to accommodate that, and hopefully actually protect the use of some of the things that we might find a little bit more sacred, so that they're not out for the general public, you know, strolling along or to work on game day and start utilizing it.
That makes good sense, yeah.
So
Thank you.
one of the things too is, more than not, the serving area, you want to show that
Right.
for the welcome.
This serving area for a banqueting event, again, that during a special banqueting event, only the servers and caterers and cooks would probably be back here, and they'd be bringing food out to the welcome lobby, and these are 2 12-foot tables, so there's 24 lineal feet of serving table for them to put the food out, as people circulate out, get their food, and go back in.
That would work real well for our regular cities. That's what we normally have.
Yeah. So,
Yeah, that's,
So, you know, it's not done. We're gonna come back, I think, at least one more time to show you guys, but if everyone's kind of doing this, then what we'll do, we'll use this as the baseline to start crunching the numbers going forward.
is there anything in this concept that we're missing? Does anyone have any?
Is there any issues about noise level between the conference room and having the furnace and sink by the same wall, or not?
That's a good question, but no, we'll be able to deal with that in construction of the wall. It won't be a normal wall, like, these are probably normal walls, because this is a conference room and that's a teaching space, but, yeah, there's extra chipboard,
Offset steps,
some
all kinds of
some
ways.
acoustical, insulation in the sled cabin.
Does that workspace in the kitchen, does that move around?
These
Or
are,
those are fixed?
these are tables, so they can set them up, or put them up, or
Okay.
take them down. So that, yeah, maybe I should show one next time that has all of the movable equipment taken out, so you can see, basically, when all of the movable equipment's out, all that will be in here is this L-shaped array of equipment and counter space and upper cabinets. So there's lots of floor space.
I wonder if there should be a little storage room in the kitchen if we're gonna be taking things out and putting things in, because the storage is way over on the other side of the gathering space.
Yeah.
The main storage.
last time when it came, I had a little space, like I'll say a pantry, but a storeroom. And I think that's a good question to keep alive for the time. I have to prove to the university and myself that that's sufficient for all the technology. And if it is excess, then it'd be really awesome to put storage back there. And if it doesn't work out, and I need all of this, and storage becomes an issue that's super important, then, we can look at putting a closet or something, some other system fixed in the rest of the floor space. It's a pretty, what I came away from this exercise thinking was, it's generous, it's flexible. When it's going to be used to serve hundreds of meals, it'll be full of people and equipment, but that's okay. The rest of the time, it will also function to support the other activities that I can foresee. So it's not, I came away thinking it's kind of not too hot, not too cold, or just kind of just right. It seemed.
How big is the opening, the wood door, or that little space?
About 4 feet.
Bruce, do we have storage for, like, if the gathering hall needs a big performance space, not just that end stage, that we would pull tables out of there and open that up? And I'm just wondering where that would be stored.
I don't think I followed your question. Where is there storage?
Well, right now on the plan, you've got tables set up for
Yes,
the
and that-
entire length of the gathering room.
Right, there's about 350, 400 square feet of dedicated
Oh,
storage
Okay,
on the backside of that.
I didn't see that. Okay.
Which is about the size of this room.
Yeah, okay.
That's big.
So you have the capability to open that space up or set up, to either open it up or set tables everywhere.
Yeah, right.
The ones Bruce and I have gone to and looked in at that are is almost that size, they're full.
Oh, yeah.
Portland's that way, it's
Yeah.
full. And so, I think we're a little short on just kind of some general storage on the north side uses. And that's, we'll mess around and see what we can do there. Like Bruce said, if he's gonna see if we can, how much is needed for that, technical
So
stuff.
these are not large spaces, and I'm gonna tell you that I'm gonna get a lot of garbage from the people that help make sure that your spaces here on campus function. The lights turn on, and the power's where you want it, and that the hot water comes out of the hot water spigot. They're gonna, there's gonna be a lot of work, so,
That's why I think we're probably,
well,
and I know you're trying to avoid it to save money anyway, and that.
there's a budget, and there's the program, and then there's the resultant kind of building space that has to solve all these things, so.
What about under the seating area along the walls? We use that.
Yeah, if we don't have to, I think with Bruce's new scheme that he just